Splatfests are a mostly monthly event in Splatoon 3, and there's been quite a bit of conversation around them since launch. Outside of the usual political extremism Splatfests bring out of people for some reason, a lot of players have been quite critical towards the event itself, saying that it's boring and even outright painful, while others love the event and see no issues with it. I personally think that it's a bit more nuanced than that. Some things are being done well and others not so much. So in today's video, I want to explore the problems of Splatfests and offer solutions on how to make the event more enjoyable for everyone while still keeping its identity. And little disclaimer before we get into it, I'm not trying to be overly negative. I know this is a pretty controversial topic in the Splatoon community, and I'm only criticizing the event because I want to see it improve. Of course, if you enjoy Splatfests, then that's great. This is all my opinion after all, and you can enjoy whatever you want. With that being said, let's start off with the gameplay of Splatfests. Splatfests are separated into 2 days. Day 1 where you can only play Turf War Open and Pro, and Day 2 where you gain access to Tricolor Turf War, the event's exclusive mode. During that time, Anarchy modes are not available, so your options are Turf War or Salmon Run. In all honesty, Day 1 is pretty boring. I'm totally fine with the bit of Turf War, but it being the only PvP mode available is restrictive and it becomes unfun very fast. I don't see how most people enjoy it for so long unless it's already their favorite mode or they don't have much experience with the game. The only changes are that the maps are in night mode and the ink colors represent the teams. Other than that, it's just Turf War, so the Day 1 gameplay becomes redundant very quickly. But Day 2 is a bit better. Turf War is still there, but we're now able to play Tricolor Turf War, an exclusive mode to Splatfest. But how fun Tricolor is relies mostly on the map. Sometimes the map is good and it's fantastic, and other times it's painful because it's too biased towards a certain team, or the map just feels too awkward. I do really love the concept of Tricolor. Adding the Ultra Signal shakes things up and adds depth to the mode, but the stage needs to be enjoyable. We need unique maps that were intended for Tricolor instead of just normal maps that accommodate for the mode. Obviously, the regular maps weren't made for Tricolor, but it really shows, and a lot of them feel awkward and unnatural. They're playable, but not really memorable. The only map that feels memorable to me is the exclusive Zelda one. It didn't need to be good for multiplayer, it was just fun, and that's what counts for Splatfests. It also felt good to play on because you could tell it was made for Tricolor Turf War. Also, I don't mind Tricolor only being available on Day 2 if Day 1 is actually worth playing. The point of Splatfest is to have a good time, and it's not worth it if the whole time you're so restricted on what you can play. People shouldn't be making private battles just because they want to play other modes. Also, this is such a nitpick, but why is Turf War Open and Pro the same rotation? Why not have different maps like Anarchy Open and Series? Even just a small change like that would add much needed variety. But inevitably, we need to talk about mirror matches. This is something that has been plaguing Splatfests for a while now. Now, for those who don't know, mirror matches are basically when you face your own team. So if you're on Team Money, then your opponent is also on Team Money. If you pick the most popular choice or even the second most popular choice, you'll probably get a lot of mirror matches, especially in Tricolor, and it can be really frustrating. Because what's the point of pitting teams against each other if they're gonna put me against my own teammates so often anyway? All those games mean nothing because it doesn't matter who wins or loses since it's the same team. The problem isn't that mirror matches happen, it's how frequent they are. If the game really cannot find people on another team to fight me, then that's fine. I really don't mind a few mirror matches, but when it's so frequent, it just feels worthless. The gameplay is really the biggest flaw with Splatfests. If they want us to care about them, then they need to make some serious changes. It's repetitive, it's boring, and it just doesn't appeal to a lot of players. Most of the people I know, including myself, spend most of the event playing Salmon Run or not playing at all. So in my opinion, the way to fix it is to add ranked modes to the event while still keeping the Splatfest atmosphere, meaning that the maps are also at nighttime with the team ink colors. That could also count towards results and subsequently give another chance for less popular teams to get points. This is a really good and fairly easy way to keep everyone entertained. Letting players play the modes they want to play will better the experience for everyone and give them more freedom of choice. Along with that, it's important to have a unique Tricolor map map so that it feels satisfying to play on, and also to really limit the amount of mirror matches so that players don't feel like they wasted their time. Incorporating ranked modes and overall making the gameplay more enjoyable truly is the key to making Splatfests appeal to everyone and making players have fond memories of these events. And finally, I want to talk a bit about the rewards. The only rewards are conch shells and super sea snails. And don't get me wrong, I love conch shells, but this stuff isn't very useful. Having just those two things as rewards is lackluster and won't make people want to reach ruler every Splatfest. There are so many good, easy rewards that could be added, like a badge for your choice that you can get after a certain amount of wins, or a locker decoration to remember the Splatfest, or even exclusive gear for more important ones to really make things feel special. Not giving anything other than conch shells and super sea snails feels like a waste. I think it's not a secret that rewards have always been the weakest part of this game. You see it with Big Run, Extra Work, Challenges, and Splatfests. They just don't know how to give adequate rewards to make people want to play and make players feel like they achieved something cool after the event. As you can tell, rewards are also a pretty big flaw. The only solution is to either give a larger amount of rewards or give things that have more worth. Conch shells and super sea snails are great and should be kept, but we need a bit more to make Splatfests feel more special. And those were the problems of Splatfests and how I would fix them. I know I complained a lot in this video, but it's because I care. I want to enjoy Splatfests so badly, but their flaws can't be ignored. I do absolutely love the atmosphere around them. I think the plazas and the idol performances are fantastic. There's also the community side of things with the teams. And I also really like Tricolor. It's a great concept. And I still find it fun even on those awkward ass maps. This event has so much potential, but right now it's not quite there. Hopefully someday the devs will notice and fix these problems. Anyways, let me know how you feel about Splatfest. I'd love to hear what you think about this very controversial topic. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye!